That's why I tried to send it.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm Molly.
And I'm Dan.
And welcome to our first vlog for 2025. Today we are in beautiful sunny Tasmania at Symmons Plain Raceway. Fabio has had a little bit of work done since we last had it out as a rally car. It now has a 700 horsepower billet block engine with a big turbo, full tarmac spec, and we want to see how fast we can get around the lap.
We're lucky enough to join Northwest Car Club for one of their sprint days. It's a great day to come and get involved with because you've got cars here every facet, every range of the spectrum. We've got little Magnas and Mirages with little engines, all the way up to a 700 horsepower Subaru WRX STI. And the great thing is that they all fit in because you're racing against yourself. It's a competitive day. You're not racing anyone else. You're just against your own clock here.
And it's also a great opportunity to get some seat time in a fast car on tarmac ahead of race champions. So yeah, looking forward to getting out there.
You are as excited as I am, I think, perhaps even more so. I mean, you're driving a 700 horsepower Subaru.
It's got to hang on.
And doesn't it just highlight how extraordinary this car is and the build is? Because, you know, you've raced this car in ARC, on gravel, and now a light transformation, some semi-slicks on it, and it's doing a circuit day. So isn't it an amazing, versatile car? We're so proud of Fabio, aren't we?
He does well. He does well. Now he just has to behave because we have soft tyres and a big horsepower engine and 35 degrees.
It's not just Fabio that has to behave, you have to behave as well. So let's go.
Getting hot, get about one lap in and then the engine temp warning comes on, cool it down for a bit and then as soon as you try and go again it's getting hot really quickly. I mean, it's a hot day, it's pushing a lot of water out, too much water out at the moment, so we need to try and check that there's not an airlock in there, but also we're just trying to get a bit more airflow into it because the airflow originally in this car isn't designed for a 700 horsepower engine, so we're just going to try and do a few mods.
That meant some trackside body mods to boost airflow. And while that was going on, Molly had a chance to review the laps on the VBox data analytics setup with Fabio's brainchild and owner, Craig Brooksy Brooks.
Where's this?
On the entry to here. See,
Yes.
That's terrible.
Well, it's a big, wide, fast corner.
Yeah.
So you want more real estate. Yep. And I've turned in after.
Yeah, and that just means you can get on the power more aggressive.
And then it was Brooksy's turn to have a crack.
He's got the weather's got to his head. He's gone mad.
Flaps out. Switches. Controls.
Clearly he's mistaken Fabio for his plane.
Good to fly.
Around the sweeper.
But with more than twice the horsepower of his other flying machine, I suppose it's an easy mistake to make.
I feel like this is going to be quick. I got 56.5.
I got 56.6.
Yeah. That was good in traffic.
This was the first shakedown since the transformation from production class rally car into circuit racer, and there are a lot of adjustments to make. While the tyres and dampers are tarmac, the chassis remains a hybrid setup, and there's minimal downforce to help tackle the high-speed sections.
need to turn the boost up.
No, Brooksy. Let's get that tail tied down first.
Yep. And I've turned in after.
Yeah, and that just means you can get on the power more aggressive because you're straighter.
Yeah, which will work.
Yeah.
But I just got to find the braking marker for the extra 10 kilometres an hour. Now the reality is you've got to tip the throttle in, the speed would have gone up another 5 before I got on the brake.
Yeah, right.
But
Yeah.
just the
Sometimes the final few tenths come from the simplest tricks and basic equipment, such as race tape, which obviously fixes everything. Again, no expense was spared when it came to the bespoke, customisable seat, which can be perfectly tailored for Molly by Molly Taylor.
Oh, it's so weird being the only person in the car. That was the biggest adjustment with like Rallycross and Extreme E, not having a co-driver. Gives you optimum feel when you do this. It's really important to be in contact, you know, with the seat and feel things through your seat, and this just really gives you the optimum feel of this setup.
With one more session, Molly went out to see if Fabio had a few more tenths in him. He did. Here's what a 55 second of Symmons Plains looks like at the wheel of a Subaru WRX.
Is her best time so far, which is pretty quick, but to give that some kind of context, then the quickest lap a supercar did it here last year was a 50. So 5 seconds difference between a supercar, a purpose-built circuit car, compared with a car that's basically built as a rally car and converted to do track stuff. Pretty impressive.
With Molly's 55.5 lap in the bag, Brooksy could have called it a day. But maybe there's one last elusive tenth waiting to be found out there. With more rolls of self-adhesive aerodynamics added, Brooksy went out for his last run. Thankfully, it's harder to stall a plane.
I got it right, and I went, this is it, this is the one. That's why I tried to send it.
Who ended up with the fastest time? Well, that's why all the best sprint days finish with a trophy.
First in class F, and also fastest time of the day, Molly Taylor in the Subaru.
Or two.
It's been a really fun day out here at Symmons. The Northwest Car Club put on a really great event, just really chilled and a really good prep. I mean, not only cool to drive Fabio with 700 horsepower, it's like just takes your breath away down the straights, but also ahead of Racer Champions as well. Yeah, it's been a fun experience, but I think we're also now just having all the discussions about the next thing we need to do so we can come and do it again. And of course, a big thanks to Brooksy. Brooksy was planning to do this, and then I was just happened to be speaking to him and he was talking about it, and I just managed to invite myself along, and he let me share the car with him. So as always, the most generous guy in rallying. you'll ever find. But to be able to share this project together and chat about it and have 2 drivers and 2 inputs has been really exciting. So I think it's been good. Just before you go, there's just one more thing I wanted to show you. But in all seriousness, thanks for watching and thanks for supporting what we're trying to do here, being part of the club.